Jewellery making is the ultimate for me because it really brings together all my favourite aspects. So it's art, it's creativity, it's colours and shapes and designs. After leaving high school, I wanted to do an art degree. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to at the time. So I ended up working in the corporate sector for many, many years. But even as a young person, I was still making things, doing jewellery making and beading and selling things at the local markets. A few years ago, I got made redundant and I felt like I was at a crossroads in my life, and I thought, well, this is an opportunity. What am I going to do now for the rest of my life? And I thought, well, you know what? I always had that dream. I'm going to follow it, and now's my opportunity, and I'm going to do an art degree, and I would study jewellery making. My name is Stella Vanska and I'm a contemporary jewellery designer. Contemporary jewellery, it's more of an art form. It doesn't need to be precious. It's more about the design and the craft and the idea and the concept behind that piece of work. I get my inspiration from a lot of sources. At the moment, some of my work really revolves around sense of place. By that I mean patterns and shapes around us in our surroundings that influence us and give us that idea of where we belong. Some other influences I get from construction sites, and I love the shapes and the patterns created from things like scaffolding and cranes, and the geometric shapes that you can really generate using those as inspirations. I started off working in silver, but I found that a little bit limiting, so just in terms of colour. So I started experimenting with applying colour to metal. Once the pieces come back from the laser cutter, they're still quite rough because the laser heats the metal and melts the metal, so it has what's called burrs on it. So these all have to be smoothed off, and that's just through old-fashioned hard work. Eventually I found that powder coating was a great way for me to express myself. It's a polymer as opposed to enamel, which is glass-based, and it allows a lot more flexibility and allows me to work on non-precious metals like aluminium. I really love the idea of thinking about something, getting an inspiration, and then really bringing that to life and making something with your own hands that didn't exist before, and you end up with a beautiful piece of jewellery to wear. I would like to fully support myself with my jewellery making. I would love to have lots of stockists and definitely an online store, and hopefully my own store as well too. But I also am still very, very interested in the idea of jewellery as art, and I will definitely still keep doing exhibitions and hopefully be in museums or galleries and things like that, so people can just enjoy jewellery as art.